And so was like really excited to just come take it out. But yeah, I have a Model X. So you have a family SUV. And, again, I had pretty much had most experiences in a Tesla. The only thing I hadn't done yet was tracking it. But it was so much fun. I mean, especially Buttonwillow, there's really only one wall that you have to worry about. And so there was actually like I did four sessions. There was two times I believe I got on the dirt, but even being able to navigate through that was really cool. And yeah, it was just a fun experience, especially like this adrenaline rush. And then also too, being able to deal with, various scenarios of like the car, overturning or not braking enough and turning in after the turn, and just learning how to like, kind of go towards the left side and then weave your way in, but braking before you get in. So just a lot of that. But I can see how it becomes like a very addictive, and you start just like not only tires, you start, especially if I had like a Model 3, you start going suspension and just like the whole 9 yards. But it was a ton of fun. And the Model X, I can say the P100D, it rips. So I was passing, again, this was the beginners class, so don't get me wrong. But yeah, I was passing threes and Ys, and at one point I was just like, I was hoping this Plaid would just get out of the way. So like, yeah, it was fun. And I'm probably one of those people, especially like I go loose when I was out there. So I wasn't I there there was nothing that the car could not do after that run, after those four runs. So other than the cars being in front of you, because I think that's the big difference, obviously, with tracking. Like, you have to be if it was only me on the course, then that's a different story. But you have to be mindful of the people that are in front of you. But outside of that, like, I definitely felt like I took it. There was definitely breakaways and turns with nobody in front of me. And so, you can just take those however you want. And it was, yeah, so it was a super fun course, Buttonwillow, super fun experience. And now I feel like I definitely would be a fan of trying it or doing it again, especially in a 3 or Y.
That was my
Um,
next question.
yeah, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I think like my next car is going to be a Cybertruck. So who knows? Maybe my track car is the Model X. But yeah, I mean, I would love to experience, especially driving it. So obviously, I know it's not necessarily a cheap hobby, but I would love if someone ever let me, just take their Model 3 around the track. That would be epic. Because those cars can just rip, you know.
Let's go, John.
Let's
We'll
do
do
it.
it. Yeah.
I'm down.
Um, yeah, no, for real. Let's do it. But one thing that I think is important to underline here about the expense. Tracking is expensive. There's no two ways about it. But